Hi guys, it's Alexi coming at you with this week's installment of Retro Gaming Goodness. We're halfway through June, but not even halfway done with the games that have been coming out as of late. Now, it's no secret that action has always been the theme, and we do our best to spice things up with the titles that add a bit more to the genre. A bit more adventure, a bit more sci-fi, and sometimes a bit more horror. So if you're ready for our weekly ride, make sure to buckle up. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe so you'll always be up to date with the latest retro news. Click that bell icon so you'll know exactly when our news goes live. Let's go! First up, we have a two-player game for the Amiga that takes the action to the skies. Our good friend i079 just dropped a DOS to Commodore Amiga port for the classic game Chopper Duel. This title was originally released for DOS way back in 1993 by Addict, and as an early multiplayer game, so best believe it was a lot of fun. After 30 years, we can finally say that there's an Amiga port for good old Chopper Duel. As one would expect, it runs smoothly and should work with all Amigas with 512KB RAM or more. It's also worth noting that Chopper Duel was written with ASM and has also been tested with a variety of other Amiga consoles. So you don't have to worry about any helicopter crashes anytime soon. The game features 50 stunning battlefields, 32 color graphics, and more importantly, joystick and keyboard controls if you want some old school aerial action. Then check out the Amiga port of Chopper Duel. Let's move on to yet another Amiga title that adds a bit more of a twist to the gameplay of a classic we're all familiar with. If you got a hold of 1978's Space Invaders when it first came out, well, hats off to you, old-timer. Now you get a chance to take that nostalgia trip, but with a few modern changes. From the arcades to the Atari 2600, it's making its way to your Amiga as Skinvaders, and so far it looks promising. In terms of gameplay, what you get is nearly identical to the original. The goal is to not only survive a barrage of projectiles, but you also need to destroy wave after wave of flying enemies. The difference here is there's a bit more color and fresh new sprites. Electric Black Sheep is in charge of development and hard at work. Hopefully, we'll be able to see how Skinvaders looks soon enough. Last on our list, we got an action-packed side-scroller for the MSX1. While not as old as the last two, this is still definitely a 90s classic. Turrican has been mentioned through the years on a multitude of consoles, and it's finally coming to life on the MSX1 thanks to TheGeps. The game first came out in 1990 by Rainbow Arts, programmed by Manfred Trenn. It was a gorgeous game, especially for its time, especially with its incredible soundtrack by Chris Hulsbeck. You get intense side-scrolling shooting action, badass weapons, and smooth, intuitive gameplay that still holds up today. As development continues, the TheGeps and team added a few things with a lot of effort, like updates to level music, a new main sprite, collectible gems, a scoreboard panel, and a few changes to player movements. It's safe to say that this updated Turrican for the MSX1 is definitely something to get hyped for. Well, there you have it, another week of sweet retro gaming goodness. If you have suggestions for any news to cover, or if we missed anything, you know the drill, let us know down below. As always, don't forget to like the video so YouTube's algorithm shows us some love. Again, I'm Alexi, and I'll catch you all again next time.